He's passed the test of skill. Now for the test of character. Today, faced with Itadaki and his 17 tournaments of third-tier knowledge, Kototebakari lost for the first time as a pro. They're trying to stop his left grip these days, and a good early shot to the chest should do it. That's where he struggles in training. How he responds to this will say a lot about him. More initial power needed. Which means, and I think his face told you, there will be no July matchup with this powerhouse. Cantering to a second win today, and backed by every pundit and his dog not to lose at all below Division 2. A couple of throws stood out today from men we know quite well. Firstly, Gaia, who's looking slightly bulkier these days, and Ishizaki, who's been very pleased with this week's sumo, his injury woes behind him for now, doing lots from the side while he patiently rebuilds driving power. In Division 2, a big win for Shimazu Umi, who I watched in training mid-June. Right shoulder first is his signature charge, from which Kaisei angled away, only to be flicked back into charging range. Once the right goes in, Shimazu works in on the left, and solely seeks to tip the Brazilian onto his weak left ankle. Kaisei showed signs of neck trouble this Sunday too. Despite a heroic Monday win, his salary is in peril. Shimazu Umi's stablemate, Ichiyamamoto, is going very well. 3-0 for the second straight meet. His ex-colleague Wakano Fuji, who retired this year, told me last month, Yamamoto's brilliance lies in those forward slaps to the neck that knock you off balance. It may seem like he only goes backwards, but when he sticks one on you, you'll feel it and start retreating yourself. As Terutsuyoshi did. Nearer the top, the match featured on this channel more than any other. For the 9th time now, Hoshoryu vs Ichinojo. And that was different level again from Ichinojo, knocking his foe off track by the fraction needed to keep left hand from belt, then clamp his way into favoured stance, the outside left hooked on at speed to cue the right frontal press. Missing Mei might now work in my favour, said the giant of his corona-enforced break. I feel well rested now, for sure. Next, more Ozeki trouble, I'm afraid. Mitake's right shoulder held back from the charge, his right arm ineffective in battle, as fans simply eyed each other and gasped. Will Ozeki slip away so soon? Then Shodai faced Kiribayama looking white as a Yokozuna's belt. And his half-hearted bid to knock back with right and slice in with left merely left him entangled, a fly in the spider's web, held in place till the captor would feast on his too stiff back, and in front of the man who so publicly wrote him off last week. Kototebakari, meanwhile, went for the Ozeki clean sweep for the second meet straight. An 8th successive win in total over second rankers, whose worth Taka Keisho was charged with proving. And I think Keisho had a message for the younger upstart, so strongly delivered that no interview was needed. I couldn't quite wrap him in the clinch, and he came at me with real vigour, was Waka's take. The closer saw Terunofuji seek to avoid straight losses to Takanosho. Who threw at him his entire right side playbook, but could not subdue that insistent left, which predictably won the throwing battle. Unlike last time, he got the jump, entered my space, and stopped me from advancing, said Takanosho. I did wonder if I could use his momentum against him with a scoop throw style move at the rope, but it was always difficult with his left on so tight. But he doesn't thrash me anymore, which gives me heart. Finally, you might not know that this is the third from last tournament this arena will see. The Aichi Prefectural Gymnasium has been here since the 1960s, and, as this very dated approach to NHK booth wiring suggests, has more than had its day. A new arena will be built on neighbouring land in time for Nagoya 2025. Hence, farewell ancient pressure gauges.